Hello. Can everybody hear me? So in the following 30 minutes, we are going to broadcast in English. And this broadcast will not only be seen in Douyi app, but you can also see it by CGTN on CGTN app, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and CGTN Weibo. So if you have any questions and any suggestions, just leave some message to us. We will try our best to answer the questions. So now let's start.
Hello everyone, I'm Gu Yaxi, an anchor of Douyi TV.
Hello everybody, I'm Tianwei Zhang. I'm the anchor of Douyi TV too. So we belong to a team of popular science education, which named Astrolife. And now let me introduce one of the most important guy in our team. His name is Bo Gao, and he is the team leader and the technician. Actually, he is controlling the camera who is filming us. Just say hello to everybody.
Hello, I'm Bo Gao.
Yeah, so, and now he will go back to his position to control the camera. So we too will continue to introduce you about Arctic regions.
Okay,
so let's start.
Let's start our Arctic journey.
Let's start.
First, we are in Barentsburg, Svalbard Island, Norway. And we are at the latitude of 78 degrees north, which means we are inside the Arctic Circle now. We are in Arctic.
We are really in Arctic now. Very cold.
Here it's already in polar night now from 27th October. But some of you may wonder that it's not totally dark here now. We can also see some light here, but yeah, it's true. It's because of Rayleigh scattering.
Rayleigh scattering. What is Rayleigh scattering?
Yeah, it means the blue part of light will be more easily to be bent by the atmosphere. So, although the sun is below the horizon, but we can also still get some light, some blue light. And this phenomenon will last for, like today, about 4 hours.
So the daytime, no daytime, because the sun is always below the horizon.
Yeah,
the blue light time. The blue light time is 4 hours today, and it will be shorter and shorter in the following days.
The Rayleigh scattering causes this blue-colored landscape now. The local people call this magical blue hour.
Oh, magical!
Because the blue color will be mixture with sometimes like a little bit purple or red. So the color actually differs slightly every day. It's quite dreamlike.
Yeah.
That's why it's called magical blue hour.
Yeah, that's really
this
good.
phenomenon will last until 14th November. After that, it will be totally dark here. You can never see. You can't see any more light. And then maybe what's the typical impression of polar night to most people. By the way, in summertime there will be polar day, and that will be much longer than polar night, which will last for more than 4 months.
Yeah, so polar night and polar days are the most incredible phenomena here. You can only see it inside the Arctic Circle. You can never see it outside. And we also interviewed a lot of local people here. What's their impression about this polar night? Some people said, the polar night, it means a lazy season.
They already get tired of sun, I guess.
I think so, because during the polar night time, they have less people to visit, and also the daytime is very short, so the working time is actually not much. So it's a very good time to stay inside the house and have some coffee, read some book, chat with friends. So it's really free time.
Yeah, it sounds really nice.
Yeah, but some people also said, no, they are too dark. It is too dark, and they can do almost nothing, no outdoor activities. So they prefer this polar day, because during the polar day they see the sun all the time, and they can go out, climb in the mountains, go to fishing and kayaking, and do many other things outside, and they will feel more happy. Yeah.
Will be depressed in the polar night.
Yeah, some people will even get depressed. It's a pity. And some of them also prefer this autumn time, because in autumn time it's a regular day with the day and the nights clearly, and the weather is very
short.
good here. Yeah, but it's a quite short period. Yeah, so in these polar night days, what's the most impressive phenomenon? I would say it is the northern light.
Wow, yes.
Yeah, because it's dark all the time, and you can see, if there is aurora, you can see it
Clearly.
clearly. Yes, it's true. So northern light can only be seen in a high latitude area, and the reason of why we can see the northern lights is because of the interaction of the high energy particles from the solar wind and the Earth's magnetic field. So we can see them in the sky in this high latitude area.
Yeah,
it's very complicated.
It's my first time to see aurora, quite impressive. But the only thing I don't like is that I have to stand outside during night, which is quite freezing cold.
Yeah.
But actually, I think the climate here is, let's say, mild here.
Mild? Are you kidding?
And considering its high latitude.
Okay. I
Anyway,
see.
we are inside the Arctic Circle now.
So what do you mean by mild?
Because let's say the temperature now is about minus 10 degrees, and the average temperature during winter is minus 20 degrees. The temperature will go up over 10 degrees in the summer. Yeah, there is summer.
Summer, minus 10 degrees. Okay. Summer, winter.
Yeah, summer, winter.
Yeah.
This makes that there are many wild animals and plants here. Could you please introduce some more about the wild animal here?
Yeah. So there are actually different kinds of wild animals here. For example, there are Arctic fox, and there are reindeer, and even polar bears. Yeah, so I can introduce you one by one. Like the reindeer, as it known to all, it is the Christmas deer. It usually have a very long and complicated horns.
Complicated.
Yeah, I would say it's complicated. So the horns, they will renew their horns each year. And actually, you can even find it on the ground somewhere, buried in the snow. Yeah, so just like this.
So maybe we can just collect some horns here.
Yeah, so for example,
we have a look.
This is a very small horn actually. You can really find some horns on the ground. They are naturally fall down from the reindeer, and they look like this. So the size of the reindeer is around 2 meters long and 1 meter tall. So they are quite large and furry.
Okay.
Yeah, and they are very strong, powerful. So in the winter time, their fur are basically gray and white, similar as our clothes. Yeah, so you
to
can
protect them.
Yeah, to protect them. So actually, the other animals also have this special technique to live during the winter time. For example, the Arctic fox will change their fur from gray to white in the autumn.
Every year?
Yeah, every year. So in the winter time, they will be the same color as the snow, and they are not that easy to be found by maybe polar bear. I don't know, or by human, because human is very dangerous to them. So, and there is also another technique. We have seen a special kind of bird here. This bird is the only bird that
We can
never.
find here in this island in winter.
Yes, and they never migrate to warmer regions. They can really spend the whole winter here, because they have also feathers on their feet. Like the whole feet is covered with fluffy fur feather, and then they can keep warm, and they are white. So it's very good for them
They are
to
also
survive
white in
the
summer,
winter.
or they are white in summer or just in winter?
No. They are the same as Arctic fox. They will be gray in the summer to stay the same color as the mountain. Because the mountain here in summer will not be covered with snow.
The snow
They
will
will be-
melt.
Yeah, the snow will be melt, and actually you can even see some green land. Like some green grass will grow up.
Greenlands in Arctic.
Yes, real Greenland. That's why we say it's not very cold, and it's the weather, the climate
Yeah, it's
is
mild.
here. Yeah.
So, are you eager to see a polar bear?
What? A polar bear? So actually, it's quite difficult to see a polar bear here. Although this island has more polar bears than human beings.
I think that means it will be quite often to see a polar bear.
No.
No?
Yeah, because now we are at a residence of people, so the polar bear already knows it and don't want to come close. If they come close, the government will send a helicopter, and the helicopter will stand 20 meters high above the polar bear, and then they make the noise to scare the polar bear away.
Ah, okay.
Then they know
we
it,
also
and they
need
will
to
never come
protect
back.
ourselves.
Yes, it's true. So, if you really want to see a polar bear, I think you need to take a boat. You need to take a boat and sail to the sea. And you can maybe find some polar bear at the sea and on the Arctic sea ice. So we noticed some friends leave message to us. Really seeing no, right? I wish I can experience like this. It's awesome. Yeah, that's what we want to show you. And Janet asked, what about the weather? How much is it cold? So what's the temperature now?
Mild.
I think now it's
around
minus 10 degrees.
here.
Yeah, and maybe the feeling temperature is a bit lower because of the wind.
Yeah, depends on the wind.
Here the temperature is not that low, but the wind
there
can
are
be
wind-
really, really strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now, so for the polar bears, I just said you need to go far away to the Greenland Sea and see the polar bears only on the ice. So maybe you can introduce a bit about the geological location of Svalbard Island and where we are now.
Yeah, of course. The Svalbard Island lies between the Greenland Sea and Barents Sea. And here, this town we are in now, Barentsburg, is in the western part of Svalbard. Although it has the same name of the Barents Sea, it's not in the east. It's on the western part.
Yeah, Barents Sea is a large sea, and what we see now is only a fjord.
Yeah, this one is the green. It's called the green fjord.
Yes. It is called the green fjord, and it is made by the glacier many millions of years ago. So large glaciers flow from the high mountain and go deep into the ground, and it will break the ground, open it, and then the glacier will melt. And in the end,
this fjord is more than 100 meters
deep. Yeah, actually, it's very, very deep. So the glacier is really, really powerful, and you can.
Let's introduce some history about Barentsburg.
Yes.
First,
please.
in 1920, some Dutch and
okay. Yeah. So before introduce the history, we need to mention it again that you can not only see this broadcast on Douyu app, but you can also see it by CGTN app and Facebook,
Twitter, YouTube,
and
well
CGTN Weibo. Just follow us and give us some feedback. Let's continue the history.
Let's come back with the history of Barentsburg. In 1920, some Dutch and German staff come here for mining.
Mining, okay.
Yeah, because they found quite good quality coal here.
Oh.
But then in 1932, they sold it to Russian company. That's the reason why now on this town it's almost a Russian. It's miners and scientists from Russian.
Okay. And actually, we are working on the heavy snow here. They all fall from yesterday, and now it's, I think, half meters high, at least 30 centimeters high.
It's the road in Arctic.
Yes, it's the road. There's no road in the beginning, but if you walk, you will walk away yourself. So let's talk more about the mining history. So the people here first found the mine here in 1920.
Good quality. And so they are still they indeed need good quality coal here.
Yes.
They need that in Europe. So they come here, although it's quite high altitude, but with the development of transportation industry all over the world, people found it's more easy to transport coal from like Australia or the Northern America.
Yeah.
So the cost of mining here becomes relatively high.
Yeah. So
it seems not so reasonable to mine here.
yes.
That's a question that both Russia and Norway would feel they are facing now.
Oh, okay.
Then a possible solution, maybe to turn from mining to scientific research here.
Yeah, but we can introduce more about the mining here. So actually yesterday we visited this mine here, the Russian mine, and it is the only mine that can be visited when it is still working. It means there are real workers there. All the other mines around the world that can be visited
inside.
Yeah, is closed or abandoned.
Quite.
So yesterday when we go down into the mine, we really see how it works. There you see the snow here, but actually underground there are a lot of mine. There are tunnels
Just below us.
below. And now we are at an altitude of 60 meters above the sea level. But actually the deepest mine can go down below the sea level to 475 meters. So
That's
it's
where
quite
we are
deep.
working now.
Yes. And we also
Got a present.
yeah, we also got a present from the mine. So there is a
It's a piece
black
of
hardcore.
coal from the mine here.
Yeah, so we pick up a hardcore from the mine. You can have a look. Maybe we need to shine some light on it, because actually this coal is very hard.
It's shiny.
Yeah, the cross section is shiny if you look clearly. And now because it's polar night, you can't see it maybe, but if you shine some light on it, you can. And it's quite hard, you cannot destroy it, and the quality is really good. So we take this back as a present.
Is anyone wondering that why this island belongs to Norway, but here in this town, it's Russian here?
Yeah, why? So I think it belongs to Norway.
Yeah, but in this town, you can see most of the residents are Russian.
Yes, it's true. And they cannot even speak English. They can only speak Russian.
The problem for us,
Yes.
it's because of the Svalbard Treaty. And
Svalbard
all
Treaty.
of its signatory countries can have the equal quality to do the commercial activity here, like mining here. So it's legal to mine here for any of these countries, including Russia, of course.
Yeah, so how many countries signed this treaty? There are 42 now. So because these countries signed this treaty, they enjoy the same right to explore the island as well as scientific research. That's why China can also have the station here.
The Yellow River Station.
Yes.
And we also hope. Some more questions?
Some more questions?
Good.
Yeah, Arctic. We are now in Arctic. So some people ask on Weibo that is it safe here? What do you say?
Safe for
I mean-
polar bear, or
Yeah, I think it's quite safe here.
if
So
you don't leave the settlement.
yeah, it's quite safe here. And on the other sense, it's also very safe because actually nobody closed their door during the night, because you have no way to leave this island without a boat or airplane.
The
So
dangerous
it's quite safe.
maybe be careful when you climb a mountain, and be careful if we want to leave the settlement.
Yeah, and another person asked, are there any other live things, creatures?
Yeah,
We said, yeah,
much more in summer, but
yeah.
during winter time, we can see less. Many more other lives in summer.
Yeah, many more lives in summer. For example, there are also green plants here. But they are relatively small, like high as this, but they are actually some tree, like this Arctic willow. There is a kind of,
I think not that tall.
not that
Maybe
tall, just this? Okay,
Yeah,
this
they
is
will
the
be
Iceland.
buried
Yeah,
by the
yeah,
ice.
I see. So
Buried by the
it
snow.
should be quite low, yeah. But it's a tree.
No more than 20 centimeters.
More questions? So some people said, I want to see penguins on this island. Come on, we are in Arctic. We are not in Antarctic, please. So if you want to see a polar bear together with a penguin, better to go to the zoo, not in Arctic region. And another question is how to get access to the internet in the north part of the earth. I think, yeah, it's a very good question, and that's how you can see our broadcasting, because we adapt the most advanced technique for broadcasting. We use the satellite signals to ensure our broadcasting. And now what you are seeing is from the effort of our team, Astrolife, and from the effort of Douyu TV. So just enjoy it.
And now on our left-hand side, we can see some scientific institutes from Russia, like the hydrometeorological observatory and geophysics department, glacier department, as well as a cosmic ray station here.
Oh, there are so many research science centers here. Oh, they are basically from Russia. Yeah, so what are they searching for? What can they do here?
Let's take a small example. There is a glacier called Esmark, not far away, just about
介绍了
4 kilometers away. How can we make use of that? First, we can record the mass balance of it, and we can also use facilities to record the ultrasound signals to study the relation between icequake, similar to earthquake. Yeah, it's called icequake, between these signals.
Yeah, so there are more questions from YouTube. Cassin said, is it meteorological quality call? Yeah, I think it is. It's the most high quality call, what I just showed you. And another question is, will the sky be dark here? Actually, we already answered this question, and now we are already in the polar night. And it will be totally dark in the mid of November. It means only 12 days for 13 days left. It will be totally dark. And okay, so So our Arctic hiking and the introduction, the short introduction.
I think our Arctic journey will continue, but our introduction maybe stop here.
Yeah, and in the following days, we will go on a glacier walk, and we will do some explore in the ice cave, and we will also visit the ice cat radar here, and there is also a Northern Light observatory here. We will visit some scientific places and also many interesting, splendid landscape here. And
remember to find us on Douyu TV as well as CGTN app, Facebook, YouTube,
and
Twitter, and as well as CGTN Weibo.
Yeah. So it's a time to say goodbye to all of our followers. Remember to give us some reply and comment and suggestions. I'm Tian Wei Zhang.
I'm Gu Yaxi.
Bye. See you in Arctic.